Why is the chemistry and the connection with a severe avoidant so often off the charts early in a relationship? Why do people feel like they've met their twin flame, their soulmate, a connection and a chemistry and a romance unlike anything else early on in dating? Well, keep in mind, avoidants, they have a lifetime of suppressing and bottling up emotions. They've learned to run from their emotions and not process them. So they have years and years of all these bottled up emotions. Early on in the relationship is safe. It's not serious. There's no commitment. There's no pressure. It's just easy. They get to enjoy the validation from somebody, show up for some dates, and have a little bit of other perks too. So they let all these bottled up feelings just flow out. All these bottled up emotions are just pouring out early on in the relationship. That's why they can often love bomb. They're getting wrapped up in the limerence, in the infatuation. It's a romance novel. It's the shared fantasy. It isn't real yet. So this person lays it on thick. They even talk about your future together. They make you feel seen. You feel like you've met your match. You feel like you have truly met your person, and they are really laying it on thick. Now, as the relationship progresses and emotional intimacy starts to build, the avoidant will start to detach, shut down, and then they can discard because they fear emotional intimacy. Based off of their experiences as children, emotional intimacy leads to abandonment. This is the result of having parents or caretakers that were emotionally neglectful. But early on, the avoidant is letting all of these bottled up emotions out. And that really is like a drug for the other person. You're getting all this validation, you're getting all this attention, this intense chemistry, this intense romance. They can even sex bomb you, have very passionate sex early on in a relationship. They hook you in. And then once you form a bond with this person, once you form a deep love, they run for the hills. But then you're feeling lost when they're gone, like you just lost your twin flame. You just lost the person that you were born to love. Reality is, you just lost a person that was emotionally unavailable and love bombed you. A person that bottles up their emotions and let them all flow out early on in the relationship. Many avoidants will do this over and over again with multiple partners, get swept up in the infatuation, then pull away, and then discard. It can be a profound feeling of loss. You feel like you were just punched in the gut and your heart was ripped out of your chest at the same exact time. But understand, it was real for you. It was absolutely real for you. And to a certain point, to a certain degree, it was real for the avoidant too, but they never allowed it to progress past the infatuation stage. They never let it develop into a true love, a true bond. They kept you at an emotional arm's length. And unfortunately, this is the result of falling in love with somebody who is truly emotionally unavailable. They lay it out thick when it's convenient, when there's no threat, when there's no pressure, and the relationship is easy since it's brand new. But once it becomes real, this person hightails it. And it's really, really painful. And you long for that connection. You long for that chemistry. You long for that romance early in the relationship. But understand, it was love bombing by a person that is emotionally unavailable. And whether they intended to intentionally manipulate you or not, it still was manipulation because you were led to believe that you had a future with somebody who really isn't willing to provide that future in any meaningful way. Be kind to yourself. That love bombing is like a drug. Now learn to recognize it for future relationships. If it seems like too much, too soon, too fast, it probably is. The amount of attention and affection that you're getting should mirror the amount of time that you have invested in this person. So if it seems like a lot, pay attention to that. You might be dealing with somebody who's emotionally unavailable, or even worse, a narcissist.